welcome back. Today we are going to hit page 5 in our Essential Elements book number 1 for tenor saxophone. So let's get to it. So as always, these handy dandy yellow boxes here tell us some music theory or tell us something about how to read music or give us a tip or a trick or something like that. So the two things they tell us in the one on the top of page 5 are about a double bar. So if you've noticed, these pieces of music you're playing have 4 beats, and then there's a line, 4 beats, there's a line, and so forth, because you're in 4/4 time. We'll talk about what that is later. But the bar with the thicker bar at the end means that's the end of that piece of music. So if that didn't exist, you just keep reading down, just like when you read a book. You read a line left to right, and then you move down and down and down and down. Double bar means the song's over. So you can see one at the end of number 7, of the long hall there's a double bar at the end, which means we're at the end. So, and we're going to learn a new note too. So we had G, F, E, and now we're going to put that ring finger down on the right hand, D. So got all three of these, and the octave key in the back. And if you get that, everything right. And as a reminder, make sure we're not slouching or sitting like this or sitting like this. Make sure your mouthpiece is right at the right height for you, and that you're keeping those hands nice and C-shaped and very even. Here we go, number 7. 1, 2, ready, play. Rest, 2, 3, 4. Rest, 2, 3, 4, and end. Cool. So that double bar means at the end. But we had another section up in that yellow box up top, the repeat sign. So that looks like a double bar, but there's 2 dots right before the double bar. And that means you play it twice. So when you get to that repeat sign, you go back to the beginning and you play it a second time. So let's take a look at number 8, 4x4. And watch out for that repeat sign. We're going to play it twice. Here we go. Number 8. 1, 2, ready, play. 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, repeat. 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. Yeah, so a little thing that can trip you up if you're not looking for them. So before you play any piece, take a look for that thing. Like, where are there any repeats? Where does it end? Are there any tricky looking rhythms? And then you'll be more likely to play it perfectly that first time, or at least closer to perfect. And again, if you have to slow it down to play it perfectly, definitely do that. Okay, we're going to learn one more note here. We're at number 9, touchdown. So this, we had G, F, E, D. Now we're going to lift up all our fingers and take our thumb off the octave key in the back. We're not going to be pushing that down anymore. And on the left hand, we're just going to push down our second finger. So remember, there's this front key, this one, the teeny tiny one. It's the one right below the little teeny tiny mini key there. And that's all we press. No keys on the back, no keys on my right hand, just my middle finger on that one. And if you get it right, that's going to be your note. Okay. Now, if you're a little tight on these lower notes, you'll get a higher note. Make sure that you're playing the one that's down. So be relaxed enough with your embouchure. Here we go. Number 9, touchdown. 1, 2, ready, play. Rest, 2, 3, 4. Rest, 2, 3, 4, and done. Cool. Let's take a look at the Fab 5. This one's got some rests, and it uses our new C note, and spoiler alert, there's a repeat at the end, so make sure that you're looking out for that stuff. Here we go. Number 10. 1, 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. All right, did you remember the repeat? Did you get all the notes? If not, it's great that these are on video. You can back up and give them another shot, or pause the video, practice it slower, and then when you're ready, see if you can play it along with the video. Now next we have another one of our handy dandy yellow boxes there. this one talks about note names. It talks about time signature, treble clef. So treble clef is tenor sax is a treble clef instrument. It's called the G clef as well because it has a little curly Q around the note G. But it's just good to know that you're a treble clef instrument. 4/4 is what's called your time signature. So right now, if you notice, every measure we're counting 4 beats, and it's 4 quarter notes specifically, and that's what 4/4 means. The top 4 means there's 4 beats in every measure. The bottom 4 means it's a quarter note, kind of like in a fraction 1/4 is 1 quarter note. So yeah, quarter note gets a beat, 4 beats in a measure. Sharps, flats, and naturals, that's good to read. Take a look at it, but we're not going to hit that yet. That's something that we'll focus more on later, but it's good to know those terms and what they look like. Okay, let's take a look at number 11, reading the notes. And this one we're just going to practice sight reading where the note names aren't written in. But if you want to write in note names, you always can, especially if there's one that's tricky for you. So let's just go ahead and read number 11. 1, 2, ready, play. 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. So if you notice, reading the notes in the Fab Five were the same song. So number 10 and 11 are the same thing. They just don't write the notes in the counting, or they write the counting in for you. They just don't write the notes in for you. Let's take a look at First Flight. Look at all the notes that we have and the fact that there's a repeat sign. And let's give it a try. 1, 2, ready, play. Rest. 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 All right. So again, if you need to slow that one down and give it another shot, go for it. But let's move on. And what you might notice is these are just getting you used to getting your fingers to smoothly transition between those. So go ahead and play these a bunch and get really comfortable with it, because the better you get, it's like learning to type on a keyboard for the first time. If you get that feeling really nice and smooth, you're going to be able to play so much faster and so much more fluently later. So don't rush through them. Number 13. This one says it's a quiz, and it has you fill in remaining note names before playing it. So go ahead and do that. Pause this video if you need to. And when you're back, let's go ahead and play number 13. 1, 2, ready, play. Rest. 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 All right, we got to the bottom of page 5. There's a lot of music in that page. So if you can play everything on page 4 and everything on page 5, you have come a long way already, and we're already playing some songs. But in the next video, we're going to flip the page and take a look at page 6 and see what is in store for us next. Thanks a lot. We'll see you then.